Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 99 of building the Back to the Future DeLorean. In this issue, we will be fitting the front grille around the lights that we put on last time and seeing how they look when they're actually in place, because I haven't done anything with them yet. So yeah, there's a plastic grille and then the metal photo etch type bits fit around and hold it all in place quite nicely. The Hill Valley Preservation Society, I have no idea what that is. It's UK fandom and fundraising. All right, UK fan club devoted to the Back to the Future trilogy. Raise money for charity. Very good on them too. Interesting stuff. Yeah. The Fantastic Story magazine. It was obviously fake magazine. It's out of this world. Yeah. The magazine that George McFly was reading. Why he used the radiation suit, made him think he was alien and things. Yeah. There we go. Next up, we are adding some wiring. I think this is going around the back end. Oh, no, it's still on the front end. This is going around the front tire arch. So we're still working on the front end. Decorative wiring rather than functional lights. So let's get the grille fitted and see how it looks. Okay, so what we've got is a plastic, I believe, yeah, definitely plastic. It feels plasticky. Front grille piece, some more screws, obviously, and some photo etchy type things. Which are going to go across the front and around the sides. So these need to be cut out or popped out. So there's only a couple of little attachment points on that. So probably we can twist that around. And that will come off very simply. So I'll get these popped off of here. I'll bring in the car and change the camera angle again so we can see what it is we're going to be doing today. Okay, before changing the camera angle, we'll get the plastic grille on in place. So these all need to make sure they go where they should be or thereabouts. They've got to be inside the black bits. And this will go over the top like so, with the ends popping into the bits there. A bit like that. So the screws will line up here, here and everywhere. They almost line up, but not quite. It's going to take a little bit of bending and stretching to get that in the right place. And these wires, the illuminating wires, are not actually held in place by this at all. So yeah, it's just going to take a little bit of stretching and bending to get these in the right place. I might start in the middle and go out. Then that should maybe line up a little bit better. So we've got these to put in place as well. I'll change the camera and we'll see how these are going to go. But basically that's going to go on there a bit like that. And then the tubes will be behind that. We'll have a look. We'll see. Right, I've connected up one side. So this is the second side that needs to go together. That needs to go in the little hole there. And obviously this needs to go backwards just that little bit more. Line up these holes with that bracket. Once I've done that, that bit needs to go in there a bit like that, and then there with this bit sort of bending downwards, so when it wraps around it lines up. So there's 4 screws to go through here, 2 that go through the bracket, 2 that just go onto the frame itself. So it's just going to take a little bit of bending, manipulating, and a little bit of squishing to get it in the right way round. So I'm going to hopefully be able to show you that on camera here. If not, I shall return. The trouble is, this is, as you can tell, quite close to the camera, quite small. So that needs to go in there. We've got a screw to go through that frame, into that frame, through that, and into the bracket. Yeah, I'm missing the bracket completely because I'm not even close. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this with the camera in the way there. So let me get that done and I'll show you putting the front bit on, because I'm pretty sure I can do that without knocking the camera all over the place. Okay, there we go. I'll put the front grille in place with just one screw right in the middle that doesn't go anywhere else. The trick with doing this, as well as getting the screw holes lined up, is you do need to make sure that the tubes are not trapped underneath anything, because there are little grooves for them to go into that the front barrier does sort of hold them into. There you go, that just popped into place at the top there. So as well as making sure that they go there, you need to make sure they go in all of those before you can get this attached in there. So we've got more screws to go there, and then these ones are going to be with the outside bit wrapped in as well, like so. I can't film any of this because it's all up close and personal stuff, but I can at least talk you through it. The tubes, I say, I just need to manipulate to get in the right place while doing all the other stuff, so it's all just a little bit fiddly, but all good fun, and it does look quite good when it's done. So yeah, hopefully this is also going to give me that little extra slack in the tubes, will enable me to push it into the corners here on both sides, obviously top and bottom as well, because there's obviously the other tube at the bottom there. So it's a case of getting that manipulated in the right place here as well, before getting these screws in. So I shall see you in a moment when I've got it all together, and we'll see how it looks, and I'll turn the lights back on again. Well, there you go. That is as good as it gets. The tubes are a little bit long, and they only light up at the end. With the lights off, they do look better, but still not as bright as I would hope. You can see them sort of through the sides a bit, which is fine. But yeah, you can see the other end from there as well. So yeah, it's good. It does the job. Once it's all, obviously the back bits as well, it's going to be more impressive, but not quite as good as I was expecting to be. A little bit disappointed with this issue, or the last couple of issues really, but you know, there are still options for doing things with it. I don't know that I will. I was looking at the electroluminescent strips like I use for my Exagol diorama, which if I remember, I'll put a link to up there. You can see how that looks, but I would have to worry about how to get the power to it and everything else, and might just be able to replace the LEDs with the tubes, but it's more of a mod than I'm happy doing. So yeah, all in all, it's not too bad. With the headlights on in the dark, it's all right. It does the job. So yeah, not too bad. All in all, I'm moderately happy, but a little bit disappointed. So we'll see how the next one goes, and I shall see you very soon for that. So thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.